Our street was a hippodrome. Men and horses galloped through, waving claymores. I sat on the railings to watch and lost the top of my nose to a whirling blade. For 3 sweet days I was a hero, till my brother puked his porridge into the fire and put it out. Once, a rider hoisted me by the scruff and placed me athwart his horse's neck. I grabbed the big ears in panic, but he transferred my grip to the mane. "There," he said. Why was our street a hippodrome? It was only 40 yards long and had a bend. Perhaps because Mother stood at the gate with a steaming mug of Scotch broth for the riders. It was gulped down in motion and inverted on a paling to drip. This made the wall greasy and an excellent surface if you used a dead match for a pencil. Men who had work were obliged to ride at night, and owing to a bylaw, had to tie a red lantern to the tail and a white one between the ears. In a winter night fog, we were let up to watch the faint circulating lights, to hear the muted clip-clop and the neigh as a horse slipped and nearly fell. There was a huge man with a moustache who rode a Clydesdale for its strength. The pavement shuddered and cracked below its hooves covered in white hair. One day in exasperation, Granny poured a mug of Scotch broth over the pavement. The Clydesdale thundered by, tripped on a fragment of turnip and nearly fell. After that it kept to the road, at least when it passed our house. Sometimes the horses, weary, would refuse to budge. If a man had a carrot, he would tie it to a string and dangle it before his mount as an incentive. If you were too poor, you drew a carrot on a bit of paper and held it up. Those horses whose riders were poor draftsmen stood bewildered, not knowing what was expected of them. Then the rider would knock at our door for a piece of pastel paper and an orange crayon. It was important not to draw before the horse.